Trailblazing New York State Appeals Court judge, the Honorable Sheila Abdus-Salaam, was found dead in the Hudson River last week. The 65-year-old was the first African-American woman to sit on the highest New York State Court. Now, on April 12th, her body was pulled out of the Hudson River near West 132nd Street by the NYPD Harbor Unit. Now, the area is buzzing because of the high-profile nature of this death. Not since New York Supreme Court Justice Joseph Crater's disappearance in the 30s have we seen such a mystery surrounding a judge's death in the state of New York. He went missing for almost a decade and was declared dead in 1939, but they never found his body. Now, I'm in Newark right now in front of her husband's home. His name is Gregory A. Jacobs. He's a priest at the Episcopal Diocese of Newark. Nobody answered the door when I knocked. Now, initially, law enforcement were treating her death as a suicide, but now the death is being deemed suspicious, though the NYPD has said, and I quote, "There's no apparent trauma to her body. They don't believe that she was in the water for a very long time." Now, in a statement, Abdus-Salaam's husband vehemently denies the suicide reports. He's quoted as saying that they have no basis in reality, and also he goes on to say, "Those of us that have loved Sheila and know her well do not believe that any of these unfounded conclusions have any basis in reality, and we believe such speculations to be unwarranted and irresponsible." I'm sure he wasn't happy with the initial response from Mayor de Blasio, where he wrote basically that he was calling it a suicide in a quote. He's had, obviously, we're still waiting for the full investigation, but to the extent of the challenges and stresses in her life that contributed to this, it's a reminder that even the most accomplished people still deal with extraordinary challenges inward. That's what he wrote last week. We spoke to retired NYPD Detective Sergeant Joe Jackalone.
Detectives always treat deaths as if they're suspicious until proven otherwise. That's the correct way to handle any death investigation. It doesn't matter if the person's 100 or they're 40 or they're a judge or they're, whatever. What changed the narrative here was the fact that the medical examiner came out with a manner of death of undetermined.
Now, the NYPD has released this flyer on Twitter urging people with information to contact the 26th precinct if they know anything about Abdus-Salaam's death.
What's very interesting to me is that the New York Post, citing sources so you don't know if it's 100% correct because it's not official, stated that there was water in her lungs, and that only happens when someone goes into the water alive.
Not going to speculate on what happened here, but it's really important that they solve this because the judicial system is the one great thing we've got in this country.
All right, Rohan, keep us posted. All right, thanks.